Get to Meet series from UK Floorball Federation, where we are getting to know some of the clubs that are going to be taking part in this week's national finals. We are thrilled to be joined first up by the Great White Sharks. So let's bring in the Sharks. Fredrik, Olsson and Chris Holmes joining me. Very, very grateful for your time. And firstly, congratulations for making it to the finals weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Excited.
So in the emails back and forth with the clubs, I've seen various names: London Sharks, the Great White Sharks. Fredrik, talk to us a little about the history of your club.
Well, it was we started 2008 as London Sharks, but as we grew as a club, we all of a sudden needed two teams. So we created a Great Whites and a Hammerheads. So we have two teams actually under the umbrella of London Sharks. So it's quite a big club, but I mean, after the pandemic, it's been a little bit less, but we still have a lot of players involved every week.
Yeah, and you've still been able to field the both teams this season.
Yeah, two teams.
That's been fantastic. Chris, how have you found? I mean, let's start with this season, staying with that focus that Fredrik's introduced. How have you found this season gone for you?
Yeah, it was actually my first season for Great Whites. Actually, so it was really interesting playing for them this year. I've been playing in the UK League for a long time, but we've had an amazing season. I'd say that there's been less clubs compete for this title, but we've had an amazing season. It's still always great fun. And I think we went unbeaten in the season, so we're on a good track record leading into the nationals.
So let's talk about floorball, just introducing it to people who may not be so familiar with the sport. Chris, you say you've played in the UK leagues for a while, but what is it and how have you found the UK leagues?
It's an amazing sport. I've been playing it since I was 9 in the UK. It's originally a Scandinavian sport, so I don't know, Freddie, you might be actually better at explaining sort of the history of the sport or what it is, and then I can go into maybe what it is in the UK.
Yeah, I think you're right there, because it is the offspring of ice hockey, I would say, in the Scandinavian countries, predominantly Sweden and Finland. Started in the 70s, and I think the equipment was going quite quickly. Back then, it was plastic sticks, of course, like carbon now maybe, but it's gone really to a different level now. But back then, it was very basic, but everybody could join. You know, you need a stick, you need a pair of shoes, and it was such an easy sport for everybody to join. So it grew quite quickly for people who want some exercise in general. And then it took it to the next level, late 80s, early 90s in Scandinavia.
So, Chris, I mean, are you able to talk to the UK game at all, and how that's grown up? And like, say, you've been playing for a long time. Like, how's your experience been with the UK league?
Yeah, well, when I started when I was 9 or 10, it was very we had some school leagues, so the sort of best place for people to start was in primary school, and again it was really tiny little plastic sticks, and it was very local based, so you would have certain areas in the country where there would be quite a high population of people that wanted to play, and then you grew up into the adult league, where I think previously there used to be more than one league, and yeah, I've grown ever since, just playing for a few different teams. We had a group of us from school that created our own team, which was the Ilmington Eagles, and then we also moved on and played on for different teams based on where you sort of ended up living. I'm based in London now, so that's why I play for the Sharks. But yeah, it's the league's had its very much up and downs, and I think COVID hit the UK league quite hard, and then sort of coming out the other end, we've lost a few teams, so we're, I think, hoping for next season we'll have a few more clubs that join up and sign up to play.
So with a view to that, obviously we're playing the final in London, your hometown, so a little bit of pressure on you guys there, and of course we're playing in the historic Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. How big could that be for the regrowth, the post-pandemic boom of floorball in this country?
I think yes, we are in London. For me, it's the total other side of the town, but it's really excited. We're trying to push some audience to come and watch. We're trying to push it out in some social media elements, etc. I think coming back to what we discussed about the growth, it needs to come like Chris, that the schools are really implementing it. While you have competition with rugby, football, cricket, all these sports, and floorball will be very, very far down on the list. So that's unfortunate. When it comes to the league, there's a lot of expats. Brexit doesn't help, like it doesn't flow in as much. That's why the league is a little bit less team, I think. But for us to be able to play on home ground, as we say, it's an amazing opportunity to show the sport to friends and family as well. And hopefully, I mean, previous national I've been in, there's nobody been able to come. It's been Edinburgh, Birmingham is possible, but there's been all over the country. Perth one year and in Scotland as well. So yeah, it's every other year in Scotland and in England. But this year there was very little Scottish league, so unfortunately they're not joining us this year.
Let's hope for a return of the Scottish sides moving forward. Chris, what does it mean to you to be playing in a national final?
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I've been in the league for a number of years, and it will actually be if we get to the finals, my first finals. So that's really exciting. It's been a strange league, and we were unsure if finals were going to happen. So the fact that we've got them going, and we're able to live stream them, and we could potentially have some good people turn up. As Fred said, we're all putting out there on our social medias, trying to build up some crowd and some excitement for the finals. So I think either way, it's going to be an amazing day playing against the top 4 teams of this season. We've just got to get on there and perform.
Now, potentially harsh question, mean question, cruel question to ask, but who are the real rivalry games? Who are you looking forward to playing and giving your best to defeat?
I mean, I can pick up on that one, but I would say all 4 teams that's in the finals now have a potential to win. It's tight games. We have been running away with the victory of the league. We had a very high standards in our team this year, but there's the other 3 teams in the finals are very potential to go and win as well. So it's just got to be sharp on the day. Like really focus on each game and not think about any next game motions. So it's very important to take a game at a time. And we'll see. It's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. Exciting.
It absolutely is. It's going to be really exciting. You're going to be able to watch it all on the UK Floorball YouTube page. And just thinking about the context of the pandemic, and Chris, you've spoken to it from a personal point of view of being back in the national final for the first time. In fact, in your case, Fredrik, what does it mean for you and your team to be back in the finals?
It's an amazing feeling. I mean, I think we played last time 2019. Then we had a season that we started. The 2021 season, which was going really well for a minute, but it was a little bit wobbly with can we train, can we not train, are we in, out, and then it was cancelled. We had a few rounds left to go. And then this year it was again, you have the Omicron around Christmas, so we actually postponed one tournament. We had an early Jan, which was, quite sensible because there was so much stuff going on. But I'm so happy that we managed to finalize this season. And, finals, here we are. Yes, unfortunately, it was a very small league this year, but it was very compatible, like I said. All teams was very good. I mean, there was some rounds, because of pandemic, I would say, or life in general, like some teams show up with a bit less players than they could have and should have. Which doesn't help your team, but no, it's been a great season, and nationals are the culmination of a good season. So yes, we won the league, but we're not champions yet, so we have to go in and do a really good job.
Just from a place point of view, what can we expect to see? What can the spectators expect to see from the Great White Sharks? Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Some lovely looking floorball. Hopefully, I mean we train twice a week. We've all been playing together. I think the squad's been really focused this season on not stopping, not stepping down when we're ahead of the game, or feeling really committed to the win. For every single second we're on there, pushing towards scoring another goal. So I think we play some really nice floorball. So I think it's going to be a good example of what floorball should be played like, or and how to keep going right to the end to get the result.
Fredrik, anything to add there?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it's a little bit offspring to ice hockey. So it's a fast and high energy game, a lot of technical moments, individual and with the team. So it's a lot of, you will see a lot of combination, fast game, not so physical as ice hockey, but definitely physical. So, expect a fast game and, like, we're playing 3x20, so it can swing both ways. If you start with leading a few goals, you can easily let that go, because it's, like I said, very fast. But it's a high pace, and it's great to watch. So yeah, a big good tournament.
Well, it's going to be absolutely fantastic to watch. And again, everybody, the links are already there on the YouTube. Make sure you get them notified, get the bell icon, notified, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do. Fredrik, Chris, a massive thank you for your time. Is there any final comments from the pair of you regarding this weekend, or maybe even next season, thinking a little bit further ahead?
Make it down to Crystal Palace National Center, Sports Center, and watch a good game of floorball. That's all I can say.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. Well, a massive thank you to both of you for your time, and absolute best of luck this weekend.